Women's power suits were synonymous with which designer?
Whoa.
Lily, I'm gonna go with DVF.
The correct answer is Giorgio Armani.
I was gonna pick that!
But you didn't.
Oh, man. Welcome back. That was a clip from season 2 of Canada's favorite trivia show, Battle of the Generations. That's where contestants from 4 different generations battle it out for bragging rights and a cash prize of up to 25 grand.
So last season was a wild ride, but this year the stakes are even higher. Here to tell us all about it is the host herself, Lilly Singh. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Listen, it's always great to have you on the couch, but I want to dive in because we were just talking about AI, and there's a lot of conversation about Gen Z using AI to do their homework. So I'm curious, how does Gen Z do in the trivia?
You know what? They can't use it well on the show. I will say they don't have their phones.
Yeah.
They do well. I will say the most fascinating thing about Gen Z, though, is not so much the trivia. It's when I ask them, what are you going to do if you win $25,000? Because the delusion is real. I will tell you, you ask a Gen Z, what are you going to do with $25,000? Like, well, I'm going to pay my parents' debt. I'm going to go to India. I'm going to go to parts of South Africa. I'm going to buy a house, put a down payment on a car. I'm like, do you know how much $25,000 is? You're delusional.
The math isn't mathing.
The math is not mathing.
The math is not mathing.
Absolutely.
Okay, on the other end of the spectrum, we do have the boomers and the phrase "okay, boomer." We know, like,
God bless
you know,
them.
if you don't know what that means, it's like if you've done something that's like, oh gosh, okay, boomer.
Right.
It's very dismissive. How is the boomer gen, holding on this season?
You know what? They surprise me. I will say they do surprise me. Not only with their trivia skills. What surprises me the most is you're used to this. You're on a show. You're hosting. You cannot anticipate what's coming out of a boomer's mouth. Let me tell you. They don't care about being politically correct. They don't care about the rules. They are just unfiltered completely.
That makes it a good show,
They're
though.
just here to have a good time.
I like it.
You know what I'm saying? And I kind of like it. Let's just say the real winners are the editors of the show.
Oh, yes.
The boomers be saying some stuff.
We can't hear that.
Yeah, exactly.
You say that there's a big difference as to why each generation is doing the show. So what's that difference?
Yeah, genuinely, I think boomers, and it's quite endearing, actually. No boomer really cares about winning the money. They're literally just like, I'm here to have a good time. I want to do something on this Tuesday. I want to leave the house. You know what I mean? Gen X is there because they feel so forgotten. They're there to prove a point.
Yeah.
You know, they're there to be seen. They want to be seen. Millennials are there holding on to their youth. I know because I'm one.
Okay.
Right? And Gen Z is there because I think they feel like they have to prove they're not a, how do I say this, useless generation. Because I think they have this rap. I think they feel like they get judged for not working hard, but they come on the show and they do work hard and they study for it and they're there to prove that, like, they know some stuff. I'm sure maybe it's from a meme, but they know it.
Yes.
They know it.
Gen Z, the useless generation.
No, I didn't say that. They say
They
that.
said, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this season there's actually a special celebrity episode.
Let's go.
And you have jazz singer Molly Johnson on. You have from Bare Naked Ladies, Tyler Stewart, singer and rapper Tasha, and TikTok sensation Nicolina.
Yes.
So I know that they're all very talented, but how did they fare with the trivia?
Not so great sometimes. No, but the cool thing about having celebrities on a show like this is they're so used to being on camera and entertaining, so the tomfoolery is really high.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
good.
But I have to say, I think they got challenged. You know, everyone gets a little challenge when you have to answer questions outside of your generation.
Yeah.
Especially Molly Johnson. Now that one, she is a character.
Yes,
and
she is.
And I am obsessed, truly obsessed. We want to talk about no filter? That's Molly Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, listen, we were feting some of the celebs that have been in the show, but a huge congratulations is going out to you because you recently announced that you are now a part owner of the Toronto Tempo.
Let's go.
That's big.
So,
Lily.
in case anybody doesn't know, it's Canada's first ever WNBA
Let's
team.
go. Let's go.
I don't know if this exists elsewhere, but they did make up a term for you. You are now the official chief hype officer.
That's correct.
What is that?
The CHO, I like to say. Listen, when they reached out to me, first of all, I was over the moon. I mean, part owner of Canada's first WNBA team,
Huge.
a dream come true. But if anyone knows me, they would describe me as quite the energetic person. That's who I am naturally. Like, I've had no caffeine today. This is just who I am, y'all. This is who I am. And I want to bring this energy attention to the games. You
Yeah.
know, I want to scream about this team from the rooftops and let everybody know that Canada and Toronto, we got the best team. And the whole country's behind this team. Love
Yes.
it. You know?
And we have the best show.
And we have the best show. I mean, that will be determined, but I'm going to try my darn best.
I know you're gonna do it,
I'm going
girl.
to try my darn
All
best.
right.
But can I do a subtle flex? Now, I don't know how good the cameras are for zooming in, but you see these nails?
Yeah.
You see that?
Oh,
Okay, wait, hold still, hold
It's the
still.
Toronto Tempo logo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fire.
And this is just a small example of how extra I am. How extra I will be.
And that's why you are the #1 show.
The show.
Because you go the extra mile.
You go, Joe.
We love it. And if you don't have enough jobs, you got 15 jobs, as the Caribbean people like to say. But I want to talk about one more, because you recently launched the first ever media network for South Asian YouTube creators.
Yes.
Tell us about Hyphenate.
Hyphenate, yes. Okay, so in 2010, when I started making YouTube videos, that's how I got my start. There weren't that many resources, especially for people who looked like me. And I'm a big believer of leaving things better than how you found them. You know, paving the path. And so this network is committed to helping South Asian creators get the bag, get resources, and get the opportunities that I wish I more easily got when I was starting this.
That's fantastic. That is really great. All right, so Lily, I know you're accustomed to sitting in the host seat, but we want to put you in the contestant seat and have a little game of trivia. We down to play a little trivia with Lily? Do you feel like you're up to it, my dear?
Absolutely not.
Okay, but we're gonna do it anyway.
Let's do it.
All right.
Be scared and do it anyways.
All right, so first question, first up. For Generation X, which Canadian singer won Eurovision back in 1988? Was it A, Alanis Morissette, B, Bryan Adams, or C, Celine Dion?
First of all, this was the year I was born.
Okay.
Eurovision, don't know her.
Okay.
I'm going to just
take
say...
an educated guess. You got it.
I feel like the name that makes the most sense to me is Celine Dion.
Ah, she got it. Yes.
Go!
Okay, we don't have a lot of time, but we want to get through these.
Yes,
Here we
yes,
go.
yes.
How old was Queen Elizabeth II when she was crowned? Was she 18, 27, or 32?
Okay, she's looking quite youthful, and I feel
Oh, yeah,
I'm
this
quite
is for the
youthful.
Generation
Okay,
Boomers.
32?
No, the answer is 27.
Okay. Dang.
Yeah.
All right. It's dragging
This
me.
is your generation millennial. So
Okay.
here's the question.
Okay.
I believe in you. Who voiced Miss Frizzle on the popular children's television series Magic School Bus? Was it A, Tina Turner, B, Betty Davis, or C, Lily Tomlin?
Okay, I feel like that.
Come on.
You
got this.
I'm just gonna, because of the name relation, say Lily.
Yes!
Let's go! Lily's, let's go, baby.
Wow.
Not too bad.
Amazing.
And that's all we have time for, folks.
Oh, that was great.
Flies when you're having fun.
Lily, well done.
Thank
Very,
you.
very well done,
Very
everybody.
funny. Yeah.
Okay, 2 out of 3. That ain't so shabby.
Hey, room for improvement always.
Room for improvement. Thanks for coming back.
Yes.
Battle of the Generations. Season 2 premieres when? Tonight!
Yes!
That is Wednesday, May 21st, 10 p.m. right here on CTV. You can also watch on CTV.ca and the CTV app, followed by next day streaming on Crave. So if you want to catch it there, don't miss it.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.